Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It is December of 2025. Pretty much the year is over. We have Christmas around the corner. And I kind of want to give a little recap on what my Roth IRA has been doing, the stocks I'm buying, and an advice going into the new year that I think is very, very important. So let's start with the Roth IRA. It is up 39% year to date. And the whole point and goal of this Roth IRA is to beat and outperform the S&P 500 while having very safe stocks. So the S&P 500 is up 16%, so we are beating the S&P 500. And if we look at my main portfolio, it is up 104%. These are my main holdings on that portfolio: Palantir, Google, Tesla, Meta, Nvidia, Amazon, and Salesforce. And if we go back to my Roth IRA, this is my holdings: Amazon, Nvidia, Meta, Google, and Salesforce. The new one here is being Meta. I completely sold out of United Health because Meta, gave me a really good dip that I can't, not get into. So I sold United Health at a profit, and I got into a company that I rather hold for the long term. I personally think Meta is a much better company than United Health. So I took the profits and got into Meta. I got in around November 20th, and we're already up 13%. So Meta pretty much gave me a market return already by just holding it for 1 month. So a very good return. And this stock is still a great buy. It is going to 1,000. So what I've been buying, I want to talk about Amazon, which is absolutely a company I am thinking is a steal right now. As you can see, for the year, it hasn't really been moving much, only 3%. I found this great post on X that kind of summarized it pretty well. So Amazon opened the year at 227, which it is right now, but the earnings per share grew by 36%. The revenue grew by 13.4%, and the profit margin grew by 38.2%. But yet the stock price has not moved. So it's lagging, kind of like when Google was lagging at 150s. And this is a great time to dollar cost average. This is going to be a $10 trillion company. And because of this mentality, your margin is my opportunity, which is a big quote from Jeff Bezos. And what if you really haven't noticed, Amazon is kind of integrating in everything. And what I noticed recently, they're getting into the clothing business. So as you can see here, Amazon fashion, and fashion is a big, big business. And imagine with the distribution of Amazon. So this is going to be highly used. And on top of that, they're into luxury. You can now buy a Rolex on Amazon with the return policy of Amazon. So yeah, Amazon to me, great buy, something that you could buy and forget. I use Amazon pretty much as my savings. So I take my money and put it into Amazon and let that grow. Venture Global is the other stock I'm buying. I made a very good video about LNG. I still believe in the future. We have been down on Venture Global, so it's been a great, great buying opportunity. And kind of what reaffirms what I'm saying is look at Tokyo. They announced a 20-year LNG sale purchase agreement with Venture Globals for 7.7.5 MTPAs. This is a huge deal. As you can see, this company is not only a vision anymore, it is actually making money, it's operational, and there's contracts that are being signed. So you're getting pretty much a projection of what's going to be in the future. And this company is going to be massive. It is going to be the biggest LNG exporter in the country, probably in the world. So you're getting it at a very good price. And the next one I'm buying is Next Decade. So far I'm buying Amazon, Venture Global, and Next Decade. It's the end of the year, so I'm just sticking true to my conviction and not buying as much, but I'm buying heavily into 3 stocks instead of buying a lot of stocks. So in Hanwha is a company from actually Korea, and they made a big deal, increased their stake by $9.4 million to around 10% of Next Decade Energy. And you could ask who is Hanwha? Is a South Korea aerospace defense company. So South Korea is saying without securing this LNG is going to be in big demand in the future. Their aerospace is relying on these companies. So they're securing these deals. So you're getting a project that hasn't fully came online yet. and you're seeing the demand is pretty much the people are lining at the door just begging for this LNG. So you're getting this at a very, very good price. I think it's $1.5 billion company right now. Getting at a steal, and these companies will pay a dividend. So this is Venture Global for the year. IPO'd at $25. Right now is at 635 because of a couple of lawsuits going on, but I think this is just market uncertainty and they're overreacting. This is a steal price, and this is when you buy to create generational wealth. And next decade as well, 33% down. And as you can see here, $1.5 billion market cap. This is going to be a massive company and you're getting it at a discount. So lastly, I want to give my advice to you. Be careful about lifestyle inflation. So we're going into the new year. Hopefully you want to get more money, you're getting a raise, or some way, somehow you're getting more money. The thing is with lifestyle inflation is when your income increases, you are actually spending more. So instead of saving more and saying, hey, I have a bigger profit, I can live more comfortable, you get a 10% increase and now you're spending 15% more. So now you end up being in debt an extra 5% more. So be very cautious as that. The huge example I can give is when I was in nursing school, we haven't taken the finals yet. And when nursing, you have to take a state license exam. It's called the NCLEX. And that is usually 3 months. You have to like book in advance. People buying a BMW, a brand new Subaru, stuff that we haven't really seen yet. They're expecting the nurse's paycheck long before it came, long before we got to save it and made it compound, and they're already spending it. So now they're in debt, higher interest rates, and what you're doing is you're playing a kind of a cycle. You're chasing your tail the whole time to make ends meet and make profit. So when you get a raise, make sure you save some of that raise into investing, because without profit, you can't invest, you can't pay down debt, and you can't live comfortable. So be careful of lifestyle inflation. I hope this helps. I hope you have a great Christmas and a happy New Year.